Check, 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 check. What's up, Internet? Here we are, day 3 of inking. See, we got most of it done. We still have a lot of detail to cover on our dress. I accidentally have been participating in Inktober. I started inking this October 1st, and it's my third day. It's October 3rd now. Who knew? Well, it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll try to keep going. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm pretty easily influenced. If you leave me some comments telling me that I should keep inking stuff all through October, maybe I might be inclined to do so. Um, I mean, who knows? I'm going to move you down here a bit because I'm trying to work here in my comfort zone where I could keep my arms at a 90-degree angle and keep my posture, my back straight, my butt underneath my spine. And hopefully this camera boop, out of my out of my face. Um, that one doesn't work so much. I think that's probably why it makes my shoulder hurt so much when I start working up here. But I guess I move the camera as well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But this is definitely more comfortable, and you should definitely do it. Okay, let's let's see where we want to work. So it doesn't super matter. So I'm just what's that? Okay, that's just fuzz. Trying to work here at the bottom, like I said. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Starting at the bottom, now we're all the way here. And we're just gonna make away. And to try to be more conscientious of getting our lines all the way to where they need to go. Because I noticed there was shortage, especially here, I think. Where was it? There was somewhere in here I didn't go all the way down. Did I fix it already? I might have fixed it. But it's hard. I need new glasses. I need everything now. When I went to get this prescription, the optometrist, I didn't notice that I can see really small details until I got home. And I mean, that's real annoying because I need to see really small details. Hopefully, this year, Christmas is coming up, I can convince somebody in my family to help me get some new glasses because it gets a little pricey. Once you pay for the subscription and pay for the glasses, and I use Zenny. If you guys have never used Zenny, Zenny's awesome. I can't wait to get rid of these. Get some glasses that I actually like that are more comfortable. That would be real nice. Erasing that because I don't want to draw in there accidentally. Erase the lines up there real quick too. But I really like Zenny. They got better styles, and they're really affordable compared to most places. I don't know where they're from. I hope I'm not recommending Chinese stuff because I'm for that stuff, but I mean, I could be. But I don't get mad at people for buying Chinese stuff. Just my preference. Sometimes you just need something, and the only option you can afford is some Chinese stuff. Sometimes I buy tools from Harbor Freight too. I imagine most of that stuff comes from China. I don't know. Oh no, I went. Ah, so annoying. And I'm not going to use correctional fluid on this paper. Let's see if I can erase that a little bit. Maybe if I really drill in there. So annoying. It's probably better not to overdo it. Maybe I was being excessively cautious last time, and that's why I didn't quite finish all my lines. I guess I would rather that happen. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do all of them in this. Oh, I didn't want to do any of these in this. I grabbed the wrong marker. Luckily, these things are almost interchangeable. Off to a bad start today, guys, but that's why I didn't start on on our dress. Need a little warm up period first. Now it's too late to go back and do it any other way. And now I'm being overly cautious. Got to hit the right level of confidence. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Oh, switch over this way maybe. I don't know if that line was supposed to go there. It looks out of place now. Oh, oh, I see. I think that wasn't supposed to be there. It's okay. We can rectify that. At least that. I don't know why this isn't lining up. That's annoying. But oh well. I'm not super happy with my lines right now. Try to control my breathing here and see if that's the problem. I just ate a big meal. I say big, but really it's pretty average size. I'm not used to eating meals anymore. It's more like glorified snacks. Wow, it's I left it really chaotic back here. I'm suffering for it now. I wish I had paid more attention before I started. I would have fixed that up real quick, but I thought I did a better job. Now it's too late. It's too late. I mean, it's not terrible, but It's not the kind of detail I'd normally ignore. Not the kind of simple error I'm used to making. Maybe I should warm up a little bit before starting the streams. All right, let's switch to a slightly thicker line. Barely even be able to tell, but I think it matters. And when it's your art, that's what's important. What you think matters. There's too much detail in there, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to call that done. And now we need to have a decent resolution here that we've matched the plane of our subject pretty much. We're going to try and get these lines as clean as our hand will allow. But we don't want it to be perfect. We want it to be, want it to look like hand polished stone, not machine made. I guess technically, oh no, I didn't realize. I don't think I went far enough this down here. Technically, even a hand tool is a machine, right? It's a simple machine, but machine nonetheless. Most of them probably fall into the categories of levers, which technically is a simple machine. Excuse me if I'm quiet while I try to get these lines straightish. This stone looks strange. Too late. Nothing to do about it now. Nothing to do about it now. No, we just live with it. Oh, maybe that was supposed to go. Yeah, whatever. Too late. No, it is what it is, and it'll be what it is. I think I feel what to do in the staff, though. And this seems to be about the right line weight. That song's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm still here. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like tiny testicles, does it? Damn, Joe. I'm gonna be looking for testicles everywhere as well. Can't put one circle next to another one. And let's see how long I can go today without kicking you guys watching how to take bets. No, I'm gonna use a ruler for that. What I'm not gonna do is use a ruler for the circle or a compass or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to work it as best I can by hand. Again, we could get perfect looking shapes if we use some tools. Yeah, just end the sentence there, right? No, but we don't want to. We don't want to get like a natural look. It's already like kind of sus over here on like the bookcase because I used a straight edge, but but it's okay. I want to find a balance, and I don't want it to like suddenly be like stand out so much that it looks just out of place. Make it look like it was done by two different artists. I'm gonna give that a thick outline though. Am I missing? Oh, okay. Thought I was missing a pin here. They just fell over a little bit. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do this line several times to give it different line weights. Make again a term I don't like, but I guess I should get used to it. So it gets thicker as it comes closer to the viewer and thinner as it goes back. Which I maybe overdid it there a little bit, but if we can keep it there, it'll be okay. Thinking that up just the tiniest bit. I hope so. I'll ask her to send a picture. Thanks for joining me. I mean that'd be cool. Maybe I'll even have her join me on the stream for a second. I need to thicken this up to make it read right. I want this to look like it's the most forward thing in the picture, because it is. Besides maybe some of the floor. Oh yeah, you got to watch your football though, bro. I mean, totally understandable. Let's go to. Let's use this. Pretty much just got the dress to go and our lantern. Like I said, I won't be guessing anymore on how long it'll actually take me to finish because every time I say a number, it ends up being much, much more than that. I mean, which if you're getting the commission is a good thing because that means I put more work into it than I originally wanted to, and means you probably got a deal. But I'm actually pretty quick on commissions though, so that looks just about right already. Oh, there's something on the page there. Made me skip a bit. But that looks fine. What are you, 2? Okay, let's go to a 1. So you missed. I bought a nib, but I ended up not using it because I also, when I went to the store, I found a 003 size micron, which ended up being just about the right width for her face details. And I was a little scared of spilling some ink. Although I guess if I had to do it again, maybe I'd do the tiny little details first. So I guess I messed it up. I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know if that's reasonable. It would save me some heartache, but there still would be um, a lot of the pencil phase that I messed up. So I mean, normally I can work on a single area at a time to finish. Like when you first start art, you get your drawing laid out, and then you work on a little bit at a time so that you can compare it to the rest of your art as you go along. But the longer you do it, the less you need to do that. You can just finish an area and then move on, and that helps keep your drawing clean and save you some time. And then you have something to compare the rest of your drawing to if you have a finished area. so it speeds you up even more. But because I was still composing as I was going along. I couldn't quite do that here. I wish this makes sense, but oh well. Let's switch back to the two. Maybe we'll do this vine in a 303, and then we could do the rest of the floor. I think I wanted to add one more vine though to keep this the flow here. And this will be my final edition. I mean, I hope so. Everything else is pretty saturated with detail. Where the hell's my pencil? It's not here. It's not here. Oh, that's infuriating. I mean, I got plenty of pencils. There it is. But I want to use this one. Lines and lines. Yeah, this took quite a while. And when I did it, I added a bunch of vines. So, damn, I still might add a couple because I don't like this area right here. So I guess I lied a little bit. It just looks really barren and vacant. There we go. Couldn't be helped. Nothing I could do about it. I guess I'm a detail addict. Let's do let's try to keep it simple though. Maybe we'll just go like smaller than that. I'll just go like this. Let it come over itself. That'll be fun. Nice little loop right here. Oh man, I hope I didn't raise the hell out of my blood sugar. That might be why I'm a little shaky today. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Can you see? Yeah, okay, you're down there. It could be all the angry metal. But I can't not listen to metal. That wouldn't make any sense. Let's see, does that look okay? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You just need some thorns. What is this, 3? That's what I was looking for. The thinner that these pens are, the harder it is to get a nice line out of it. And this is right on the border of difficult. Oop. Camera in my head doesn't help either. If I took my own advice, I'd say just do everything in a thicker pen. But I also need to challenge myself, so that's why we're here. We're here to grow. Oh, I got ugly. Let's move it over. This vine's way up here in the front. I gotta keep it nice. I'll stick. Not doing that great a job. Oh, I gotta check my continuity, man. Line up, you bastard. I'm gonna become a letterer. It'll be less stressful. Oops. But I've never been good at lettering. Like better than your average guy or doctor, sure, but better than the average female. Why do females have such naturally awesome writing? I'm so good at it innately. Maybe I need some of that left to right thinking. I don't know how they do it. I wonder if I can like hypnotize myself and steal the power of the woman so I can write real nice. I mean, I can do it, but I have to draw it. I have to draw it, and it takes me like 5 times longer than it does other tattoo artists. Some guys just smash it out. Don't know how to write. I do not. I have to draw it and plan it, and man, it's an ordeal. All right, let's go back to this too. It's fine. Close. Almost hit my knee, but I didn't. Here we go. Okay. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm so close to done. But then I'm like, oh, I still have all the dress to go. But that's the wrong attitude. I am super close to done. Doesn't matter if it's still got another thing to do. I'll be done with this. And I have to celebrate that victory so I can keep motivated. But I am feeling pretty decent today. even though I don't know, I think I overslept a little, but it turned out good because maybe I needed that sleep because I felt awesome when I finally did get up. So screw it, call it a victory and move on. Be grateful for every little win whenever we can get it. All right. Now we can work on the dress. Let's go back to our one for some of these smaller details. Would it be easier like that or like this? Or like this? Well, I might have to get in there and black some of that out. Even though I didn't want to put shadow in here. But to clean up that hair where it meets the whatever this neck thing is. Damn, stupid slippery pen. That's the way it's going to stay now. Just a little off. Made it off center. How annoying. Let's just go up here and move you with me and I'll finish any details I messed up here. Let's grab that 003. Try to clean this up. See if that works so we don't have to go in with fatter marker and do that again. Let's see, the outside of our hair definitely needs push forward into the foreground. I always thought that was weird that the closer something is, the darker it should be. And I think it's because people explain it wrong. It's not that it should be darker, it's that the contrast is higher. I'm not sure if it's actually any darker. Maybe it is. Now I'm confused and I gotta study again. But maybe it is darker. Maybe it's both. It's darker and the contrast is higher. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Damn, I hate missing. I missed right there. Then I got shaky down there. Got shaky because I went bent my wrist too far. No, that was the pin. Yeah, it's just the artist who blames his tools. I know. What can I say? This thing is flip this upside down and do the other side. Oh, that's not my hand getting caught. Oh, ugly. Thanks, marker. Oh, I'm blaming the marker for all of that. Wow, that was my fault, but that's what I get for making a last second adjustment. Oh, well. It's not terrible. It's just could have been a little bit better. You know what it is? Damn, I know what it is. I'm working too high. Well, hopefully that wasn't critical, so should be able to adjust here. Let's grab that super fine liner. Let's see if I can just put in a very subtle line here. can do that right, and give a little shape. A little bit of shape here. You don't want too much. Check out the right. Pen. Oh, look at how uneven those are now. I'm going to have to do something about that because I don't like it so much. I'm going to put in another line. Like so. Oh, should I have done that? Too late for regrets now. It's just going to have to be whatever it is. It looked really bad, guys, so I had to do something about it. That's fine. Bit of a mess, but when in doubt, black it out. Like I said, we won't be using any correctional fluid here. So that will have to do. And now only you and me will know that it wasn't meant to be that way. And maybe a very, very perceptive person. Extremely perceptive person. But whatever, it doesn't look bad. That's what I get for trying to shift. Yeah, I mean, you could. See, I'm finally warmed up. That felt really good. Let's turn and turn. Maybe we'll move the camera back down here. And we'll continue working on this dress. Oh, that's right in my face. Good grief. Mm, I can work out to the side a little. I don't know. How do I want to do this? All right. How about like this? So, oh, so uncomfortable. This thing's way too far out. Not letting me work. So in my face. Gotta share some space with me, man. Alright. Like this might be pretty comfortable. There we go. I'm just like dreading the moment I go through and finally clean all this up, erase all my pencil, and then it looks like absolute garbage. Ah, oh, we'll see when we get there. That's typical fear for an artist if it's just me. And sometimes your drawings do lose something when you take the pencils out underneath. I suspect that's one of the reasons they don't bother to do it in the comic book industry. I mean, not only because you don't have to, but you probably benefit as the next guy is working on it from seeing the original intent. Maybe I should just make a comic so I can know for it myself. But I've never been able to work up that much work ethic. Tried it a couple times, and it was just so much work. It might finally be sober enough that I might not see it as work anymore. I certainly have had trouble tearing myself away from this project, even when my shoulder was hurting really bad. By the way, it's not bothering me too much. I feel like a slight slight thing there anymore. It's mostly ignorable. What's the word? Negligible in that way. Right. Not happy with this. Now I feel like I got to do something that looks a little more intentional. I mean, that's what I'm going to do every time. Make it worse and worse. It's slightly better. Just keep myself from messing it up. Yeah. Now it looks like a thing. Probably shouldn't have freehanded that, but that's where we are. That's where we are. And if I was tattooing you, I'd probably do the same thing because there's some lessons I will never learn. Hmm. Come on. Oh, let's see. Oh, that line's just too close. It's okay. We can move it over a tiny bit. Yeah, I swear this nib is too flexible. Again from this angle? Again from this angle? More or less, huh? I wish my little shut the hell up YouTube and play my music app was working. I have to move that line a tiny bit too. Whew. So got so many little details to fill in. I wonder whose fault that is. so I can cover up my lack of skill with abundance of details. I mean, if I was being cynical, I could think about it that way. I could also think that I'm playing to my strengths. That'd be a more generous interpretation. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle, as it tends to be. I don't even know what this shape is supposed to be. As long as it doesn't look like tiny testicles, I'm okay now. Uh, big testicles, I'm okay with. Little tiny ones, that's just weird. Yeah, freaking fruit fly. Oh, should have moved for that. It never ends. You get a little bit of false confidence, and you think, I don't need a move to do that line. And you're like, oh, great, but it's not up to my standards. I mean, it's all right, but it could have been a little bit better. Oh my god, this thing, this thing tried to block you for writing testes. What a! I really got to get in the settings and tell it to lighten up. I don't know how it works though, because I haven't messed around with the settings in a while, and that stuff's so boring to me. Looking through the damn settings, and they're always all concealed in some weird place. No organization whatsoever. It's like, what's wrong with testes? I think a doctor might even say that word to you. Like, I don't get it. Do me, do me a favor and write like testicular to see if like I don't know. Maybe we'd be happy to talk about testicular cancer if it would try to block you. Like, oh no, you can't say that. It's way too sensitive. No, that one worked. Okay. I don't know by what criteria it's going, what it blocks and it doesn't. It's like testicular. That's scientific, but testes. No, it doesn't like that one. It doesn't like nutsack. I have to let that through. Balls to let through. But I guess because you could be talking about like baseballs, right? It's like nutsack. Nope, that's a curse word. We got too much demonizing of men. It's just basic anatomy. It's like, what if we were talking about like, oh, I went to Brazil and I got a big giant nutsack of Brazilian nuts, you know, like like things so sensitive. Coincidentally, like a nutsack. Oh, what? I thought that line was a lot better than that. I guess it went off and did its own thing somehow. Oh, that was not me. I swear this pen just suddenly becomes slippery. I don't want to blame myself. I can do this with a fucking vibrating 8 ounce, 9 ounce. Well, anywhere. I think my machines were anywhere from 5.5 to 9 ounces. Violently shaking. I feel like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Too late. It's there now. I realized how uneven that was. Too late. Right, that way or this way? This way. Let's just go here and do this. Oh, I gotta catch up to the drawing. I was a little off script there for a second. we go. See, originally I did this upside down. Am I comfortable doing it like this? Probably not. Go over here. Let's thin this down just a little bit. I think I bent this tip. Maybe I'm just horrible. Pressing too hard. No, I don't want to work up there. Whoa. I want to do it like this. I think I need to do it like this. I'll just move you up here real quick. This is going to be the best way to grab this line. I want to make sure this is on my playlist. Man, I suddenly feel horrible. I'll take a second here to take a breath. Mm. So I was feeling this bad every day for a while. Hopefully this passes quickly. Mm. Mm. Well, I'm not dying or anything. Just a little bit of nausea, feeding myself. Uh, just suddenly felt gross. It was happening a lot when I was taking insulin, but now it's a lot rare. That's one of the reasons I haven't been doing Uber, because the doc said I could get a fuck, I fucked that line up so bad. The doc said I could get a dizzy spell, and I didn't want to be driving while it happened. Fuck, but I fucked that line up. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna thicken it a tiny bit because it looks so bad. It's so wobbly. And make it a little bit worse. Oh, and a lot worse. That's okay. This one's a little wobbly too, so I guess I'm gonna do that to it. At least even it out. My health hasn't been great, but it's better. So much better. Like I said, I actually have energy to do this stuff. Whereas a couple months ago, I would have been laid out in bed waiting to get better. I never was. Oh, I was never going to get better. But I went to the doctor, and now we're managing. A couple of ugly lines there, though. Damn it. That one was nice. What the hell? Where were you a few minutes ago? This is gonna. I know I shouldn't, but I am. I'm gonna darken this up a little bit just to make it look a little more even. It is what it is now. I have to darken these lines to make them look better. just like if I was doing your tattoo. Which was like every, it used to be like every tattoo when I started. That was a long time ago now. But it used to be every freaking one. Just sit there and whoops. Well, now that line's gonna have to be thicker. I knew it was gonna be a hard line from the start, but I did the other ones pretty good, so I thought we were gonna get through it. Oh, I'm not even on the damn page. Here we go. But I'm all sensitive now, man. I could just have gas and all of a sudden I feel sick. My stomach's all messed up. All right, that doesn't look bad. I don't like that bump right here though. So I'll see if we can smooth that out. Oh, damn it. Thicker and thicker. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna pretend it's a car and leave it alone. My buddy Richie does. I don't know if he still does it. He used to do a body repair. And it's like you get into this thing where you're like sanding and finishing. And you're like, oh, now there's a little spot that way. Now there's a little spot that way, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger until before you know it, you're doing the whole car. At some point, you just got to leave it alone. Doesn't help that I probably bent the hell out of this tip. Where do I want to go next? Let's go. Just continue with this. I should do that in two. do it in a two and we'll do the details in a one. I'm gonna do the details in a double of three. Maybe I should be using a five or a three for this. Let's go to the three. Whoa, okay. I was like, what's going on there? I see it now. It was almost gone. Ew, made that ring a little ugly. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? See if I can fix it or if I'm going to make it worse. That looks okay. Probably should have done that with a smaller marker, but it's too late now. The difference between these microns is very subtle. It's messing me up and making me grab the wrong one, but then it's like, is it really a big deal? These damn things are so similar. Let's grab the. Where'd I put my one? No, let's do this part while we're here. Let's see if I'm still on the same. Yeah, it's all crooked, but yeah. Didn't make sense. Now, what the hell did I draw there? Okay, I see it. That might be wrong, though. No, it's not. It's cool. Okay. Oh, that was shaky. I'm a little black in here. Shouldn't be moving lines right now, but I am. All right. And do I want to do this like this, maybe? I think after I bent the hell out of this tip, it's been working better. this part. Maybe. Go there. Man, I feel like I should just grab my Stedler here. Get a nice line here. So much easier to build with this pen too. See, it can't be me. You didn't hear me bitching about the Stedler. Oh, damn slippery ass Micron. These look intentional. These look like apprentice marks. Much better. Don't know. Because that's so ugly, I might have to add a little bit more to clean this up a bit. Not what I wanted to do, but it's okay. I'm not going to be using any whiteout or jelly rollers because those are just hard to color on top of. So this framing now pen, I just sang your praises. Damn it. All right. Again, I better stop before It turns into a whole thing. Oh, there we go. Any of those lines would probably be challenging when I did them. I almost got through all of them. Just messed up on one, and then there we go. I don't know what those little marks are, though. I hope I didn't make those. So they're staying in. That sucks. Ooh, I missed the detail up here. Which actually should be lower. You see? Yeah, it should be lower. Tempted to freehand it, but we've seen where that led. It should be around there. And yep, did them unevenly. Which one of these is right? This one looks wrong though. That's better. We'll just gently ooh, put in a little detail there. I double lined it, damn it. Over here. Got curious, wanted to see where I was. Oh, damn it, am I off camera again? Oh well, we'll see it later. Where was I? So doing this. Or was I doing that? Oh, maybe that turned out okay. We'll see. We'll figure out what's going on there after I do this. Let's stick to our super fine 003 here. Let's go with something like that. Uh-huh. Suspicious, but passable. Oh, rough, said the dog. Oh, what happened to this? My jams. Yes, I'm still watching. You dumb. That's what it is. YouTube give me a hard time. Soroside? Sororicide? Like you kill your sister? Is this a chick band? Let's find out. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. It looks a little cartoony. That's okay. So does everything else. What's left? Just the dress? Yeah, yeah. Check it out. We got everything else done. The stained glass or raven, her details, the book, the stands, the back. There's this lantern, a little tiny bit of background here in the center of the dress. Everything else is finito, which is not even how you say finished in Spanish, but oh, that was ugly, but better slow down. Sometimes I get impatient when I'm close to that finish line. Oh, what an ugly line. It's okay. We can put. We're just gonna thick it up. Screw it. What can I do? It's fine. It'll look like there's a little bit of shadow there. Ugh, what is that? What the hell did I do there? Why did I do that? Oh, okay. Okay. That's part of the dress. I just drew it as part of that. It's okay. That's not a problem. But that was supposed to be a spike that way. And I guess we can still do it. We're going to have to. Now the question is, does it drive me crazy and I have to fix everything, possibly fill this thing in? Drives me crazy, but I think we're going to live with it. What we'll do instead is thicken this edge up a little bit. Which it looks better this way. Anyway, that's not a cope. That's not a cope. The staff is super thick and her outline's very thick, and the outline of this was very thin by comparison, so this will make it look more cohesive. If it was a cope, I'd let you know. Like this was a cope. I wanted to nail those damn lines. I'm gonna leave this chain real thin though. I'm not gonna outline that. It's kind of in the middle between a foreground detail and a background detail, so or like a detail inside of something which should have less line weight. I could outline half of it, but I'm not gonna. Just this top link. There we go. Where's my Stedler? There it is. This line needs to be nice and thick. And that will hopefully indicate that that's part of her dress. And I was real tempted to put in the background details behind this glass thing, but it's just going to be a mess. Super tempted. We'll see if I can resist. resisting this detail. But I want to put that in there so bad, but it will look absolutely garbage. So I probably will leave the details out here. So it has consistency. Let's grab this very fine liner thing. Oh, stupid, slippery pen. Why did you do that to me? Granted, I shouldn't be pushing it, but I wasn't even far from my hand. Should have been able to get away with that no problem. Look at that. Look at that. Why did you do that? Wish you were a dog. I could rub your nose in it. We can fix it with some details here. We're just going to have to put in little X's here and there. Make it look consistent. Even this out a bit. There we go. Straighten that out a bit. There we go. And now to foolishly freehand some details up here. Because this will bring our design together. Foolishly. Yeah, and we can put little thing here and there. Maybe this away. Just like if I was tattooing, just random details that weren't on the stencil. Just kidding. I only did that every once in a while. Not all the time. Sometimes I get carried away. Let's go back to that 3. Thicken this up just a bit. There we go. No, it's not thick enough. My outline isn't thick enough. I don't have enough visual separation. There we go. Now it pops. All right. Let's go back to that 1. That's the right angle for my hand. Right up until there. How about there? We're going to have to go like that. Okay. I think we'll stick with the 1. Go in. Sweep these lines. Got a bump there, but I'm not going to cry about it. All right. I can thicken it up a little bit. I'm flaring these lines anyway. Yeah, that actually looks really cool. Got a little. I think we'll have to live with that. Really scary doing these flares. But we're doing them anyway. Look at me, I'm getting better. Not at lining, but at moving the camera. Glad some skills of developing. Man, I wish I could ink like Tim Visual. So I gotta just keep doing it. Maybe this is maybe it's a sign. I don't believe in signs, but maybe I better start because I didn't realize I was doing inking every day of Inktober so far. Totally accidental. I'd forgotten about. I never participated in that, so I never really thought about it. Now that I've been inking every day of October, maybe I should inking getting better. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do this. That was a real cool song. I think I'm gonna listen to it again, and it might go on my playlist. Oh wait, yeah, it was the one. Wow, so much for mastery. I mean, how to be honest, some of these lines are a lot nicer than I'm used to. So maybe my perspective is just all messed up. Yeah. Hmm, that should work. Should probably use a different pen to do that detail. And this one, nope, too late. I'm going at it. I think I like that outro a lot, but the rest of the song is not quite as strong. Yeah, just keep going. Well, maybe we should do this ribbon. Maybe we'll keep going with these bows. No, we'll do the ribbon. Why is like activism music so cringy? Oh yeah, it should be like that. Oh dang, son! I didn't know you had a. What is that? What's that? Is that a piccolo? What's that thing that they played in the like the Civil War? That flute? I didn't know you threw that in there. That changes to everything. Oh, what is that damn flute called? Is it a flute? Maybe it's just a flute. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Could just be a flute. This doesn't look the right thickness. Or a little rough, but no terrible. This looks a tiny bit off. I'm just gonna adjust right here. Whew. All right. This next part's easy, just repetitive. Actually, we should do this part first. All right. I think this is working. Managed to make them look more like little rolls too, which is what I wanted. Ooh, that makes your knuckles hurt. Ow. Getting a forearm workout. That tells me I have not been drawing enough. Maybe I'm just used to having the hamstring from tattooing, which is gone now. Okay, let's see. Does it count as Inktober as you do if you do a tattoo? Oh, you know what? I just realized there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it because I'm going to visit El Paso soon. I'm going to go for a friend's birthday. And I'm going to get wasted. And I haven't had a drink in months. Since May, I think. And that is way too long. Pretty sure your brother's going to be there, along with the other Seamus. Obviously. Oh boy, that hurt my freaking hand. Oh, and get some blood back in this hand. There we go. That should help. My hand is too tense. Yeah, this seems to be going easier. But it's because I shook it out. A little tiny bit of ugliness. We'll live with it. Yeah, maybe I should go back to stiff handing it. That sounded wrong. But these lines are getting a little sloppy. And obviously, I don't want them to be all exactly the same, but yeah, didn't quite sound like, yeah, didn't quite sound good. I had more control over the pen, but what if I just slow down? Maybe that's what it is. Man, I can feel my tricep all tight. This is the most punishing thing I've done to myself in a while. All right, let's switch position here. See if that helps. Oh, I mean, that first one was garbage. Wow, those were kind of garbled too. That's okay. All these lines suck. So we got through it. Give that a second. Make sure it's dry. Maybe we'll move on to. I'm not doing a good job of making sure that's dry. If I can put my hand right back there. All right, it's probably dry. Let's just go here. All right. Oh, so close. So close. Stretching out over here because it's getting to me. This is the longest I've been drawing for a while. There's no way I can quit now, though. I'm not going to quit and come back and do 5 minutes worth. If I say 5 minutes, probably mean another hour just to do this. Maybe I should do it upside down. Would that be the easiest way? Or it'll be farther away from my hand. I have to get up here. That looks like the easiest for that side. How should I do that? How should I approach that? Let's just do it. This is a 1. That's a 1. Okay. A little blind going in, but we used to do that all the time when we tattooed. To imagine when the stencil is. And just follow it in your imagination. So your hand's covering up the line. Watch, you're like totally not supposed to do that. I was doing it all the time. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, don't even start. Don't even. That'd be horrible. You know what? When we erase though, we'll we'll know if I missed anything. We'll see if anything just disappears. Mm. All right, that should be okay. All right, one final detail, and I'm thinking about leaving it out. And that's these lines that I did way down here on the bottom. These super thin little lines. I'm trying to picture doing the eye squinty thing, and it looks fine without it, but I think it would look better with it. So, as much as I would like to leave it alone, that's not what we do around here. And what we're going to try to do is just lightly come in and gently hit these lines. Try to have real control over it. Oh well. She needs area to be able to shade. She's not big on that. And I mean, you can shade right over lines. I mean, you might have been right, but I think this adds to the look. And we still don't want our background to be more detailed than our subject. Plus, we get to add a little bit of form. Just try to keep this real even. This is part of why I didn't want to do it, though. It's kind of real complex curvature here. I should probably be using a French curve force, something like that. But here we go. Try to mess it up as little as possible. Oh, let's around a little. So I can move around. Dang, what do I do with that line? I'm gonna go right on through here. Just go like this. And then like this. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Oh, what did I use a one? Oh man, that's what I get. I get so used to using the damn same pen. I should have used a 003. Oh wow, this song is awful. Who is this? Inquisition embraced by the unholy powers of death and destruction. Oh, it's Inquisition. That is like the worst vocals I've ever heard. And I've listened to a band named Nail. Damn it, I'm not reaching the end. What's going on here? Maybe I should be going this way. Some of those lines were a little rough. Where did I start shrinking about here? Oh, looks like I shrank too much. I'm gonna stop there. What is up with this band? It's so horrible. It's like a joke. This guy couldn't have thought this was cool. Yeah, I might have to add a line. Yeah, looks like I do. That's always the answer. Add another line. All right, that's it. That's it. Now we just got to be careful and erase. So normally, especially so you can erase, you want to tape stuff down. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bother. But if you're not going to bother like me, you need to put your hand down so that your paper doesn't move anywhere. And this has pencil all over it, so I'll take this off now. You put your hand down, and especially when you get near your edges, think of it as a file and only go out towards the edge. Otherwise, you're likely to grab the edge of that paper and crumple it inwards, and then can't count the number of times I've done that. It's very annoying. Of course, you don't want to dust it off with your hand, or you'll likely just be dusting more lead back onto the paper. There's an extra tip for anyone who stayed to the end. If you're a tattoo artist, you may recognize this technique. Same idea. You can really feel the friction pulling the paper out from under me, especially when you get towards those edges and far away from your stretch hand. There we go. Looks like I'm going to slightly embolden some of the details of her face. Not all of them. Her eyelashes and eyebrows, I think, are staying that width. I may use the 003. Just carefully go in there and slowly bolden that up. Oh, my arm's getting tired just erasing. I am seeing some tiny details I missed, which is normal. Oh, I did miss those little details. Well, that's okay. Those are tiny, tiny things. Let's see. I made some tougher marks. Luckily, I got a tougher eraser here. So help me dig into the paper some. Again, I'm only going towards the edge of the page and I'm holding the opposite side here. You never want to go towards the hand you're holding it with because, again, that's how you crumple your paper. Oh, tiring. So out of shape. So that's what white looks like. Look at that. We still got to put our border on too. We'll call this finish phase one. Let's make sure we don't have any lead on our fingers, which we probably do. Don't want to just be spreading that around. But death metal is helping me continue to erase at the beat. Because my arm is burning. Woo. Let's get all this smeared pencil out of here. Go away, pencil. We're grateful for the work you did, but it's time for you to go now. I was just so happy to be done with that dress that was killing my arm, killing my fingers, making me doubt my choices in life. Um, all right, now that the pencil's gone, we can see all our sins. Ow. And one of the things that you do when you take all your pencils out is some of the graphite creates a barrier for the ink, and then you ink on top of it, so you erase the graphite and the ink comes up with it. Unfortunately, I mean, most of the graphite penetrates through, but some of it does lift off when you erase, and I can see some ugliness left behind from that process. So it looks like we got quite a bit of cleanup to do. That's just the way she goes. All right, looks like we're done with our first round of erasing. Just about. From here, where any pencil marks that we, man, I want to do something else. Any pencil marks that we couldn't take off of this eraser, we're going to try to clean up with this eraser, which is a much stronger eraser. And this will, if you let it, drill all the way through your paper. So you want to be careful not to do that. Of course, this Bristol board is a little more resilient than average paper. So we shouldn't be in too much danger of that. We'd have to really try to get through it. Let's go ahead and clean all this up as best we can. As you can see, we had quite a bit of messiness with the pencil from pressing down too hard. Let's see. 3 hours, 40 minutes. I think I'm going to call it in 20. Or maybe I should call it now because we still got. I just realized how much work I still have ahead of me. I got to go through and clean all this up with another pass of ink. Um, ooh, I hate that that line was a real line. How annoying. I'll stop drilling at that, picking up the pen. No, we don't have to get more pencil on this. That's good. Let's see, do we just call it and get tomorrow? Because I think we still got quite a bit of work to go. On the plus side, I don't feel really tired. I feel like I could keep going, but that's physically. I don't know about mentally. Especially since I just saw a bunch of shakiness appear in my lines when I cleaned up my pencils. And it's going to be quite a bit of touch up. So, thank you, man. Thanks for joining me, brother. I think I am going to call it as well. There's just so much to do. I might as well do it. I I don't know. I don't want to get discouraged. My work's going to start suffering. So thanks for joining me, man. Thank anybody else out there who was lurking. Appreciate your comments. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Um, looks like one more quick session ought to do it. So still happy with my progress today, but I'm also very hungry and all that other stuff. Anyway, don't forget this will be on my subscribe star once it's completed, so you can color in, print it, and color, download it and print it and color it yourself. I think I'm gonna go to. I think they have a scanner big enough at Kinko's. We'll finish this up tomorrow, hopefully, and yeah, don't forget to go into the link and grab a T-shirt or get a commission. And you can, if you want, I'll even do it online so you can watch me torture myself doing it. More important than anything, though, guys, absolutely no matter what,